Hello and welcome to this yoga practice. This is a full body flow that is slow and steady, intended for mixed levels. And it's a great class for when you're easing yourself back into movement if it's been a while. When you're ready, we'll begin seated. You can find a cross-legged position or anywhere else that is comfortable. Rest your hands in your lap or on your knees and close your eyes if it helps you to concentrate. For the first few moments here, we'll begin by focusing on the breath. Taking deep breaths in through the nose, and slow and steady breaths out through the nose or mouth. As you breathe here, relax your shoulders. Soften the muscles in your face. And anywhere else that you notice you're a little tight or tense. Take a deep breath in through your nose and an audible breath out through your mouth. And flick your eyes open. Bring the right arm in front of your chest, and you can use the left hand to guide the arm across. Then tilt your head to the left to find a stretch down the side of your neck, and we'll pause here. You can have the eyes open or closed without forcing it. And just slowly bring your awareness to the back of the shoulder and the upper back. See if you can feel a gentle opening here. And we'll hold for one more deep breath in. And exhale out. Lift the head back up, open the eyes if they're closed, and we'll switch the arms. So the left arm will come in front of your chest. The right hand can hold it in place. Then tilt the head to the right this time, finding a stretch down the side of the neck. Eyes can be open or closed. And then without forcing it, just focus on that gentle opening in the upper back. And that release down the side of the neck. We'll hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Then relax your arms, bring your head back into center. Rest the right hand by your side. With an inhale, reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, bend to the right. And it can be a gentle bend to begin, just reaching all the way up through the left arm so you find length down the left side of the body. And then with each exhale, you may find more space becomes available and you can bend a little further. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Then we'll windmill the arms over to the other side, bringing the left hand down to the mat, reaching the right arm up with an inhale. And as you exhale, bend to the left. Focus on reaching up through the arm to create length down the side of your body. And without forcing it, with each exhale, maybe more space becomes available for you to bend into. Inhale in position. Exhale here. And then we'll slowly sit back up. uncross the legs. Keep the legs bent, but bring your knees together to set up for boat pose. Hands can start at the backs of the knees to begin. Sit back until you feel your abdominals engaged to hold you in position, and then lift the feet. If you're needing support here, fingertips could be on the ground, or you could keep hands at the backs of the knees. If you're a little more confident, arms could extend either side of the legs. Focus your gaze on one spot as we pause here. Breathing in and out. 3 more breaths. Hold for 1 more inhale. With your exhale, you can swing the legs around or roll over the knees to come through to tabletop, our hands and knees position. Setting the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Spread the fingers wide, grip the mat with your fingertips, and we'll start by warming up the wrists, moving through a figure of 8. So it's just like you're drawing the number 8 with the body. Rock forward toward the hands, and then back towards the knees and heels. As the wrists warm, you can exaggerate this movement, maybe snaking the spine, swaying the hips. Then coming back into tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. With an inhale, arch your back and gaze forward for a cow pose. As you exhale, round your back, bring your chin to your chest for a cat. Inhale as you arch your back, think of opening the chest here. Exhale as you round, think of lifting the back of the heart. A few more times, moving at the pace of your own breath. Guide yourself with your inhale and exhale. One more inhale to open the chest. Exhale to round the back. Then come back into tabletop. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands forward. Then sink the chest down to lower into puppy pose. If this feels too extreme with the arms fully extended, bend the elbows, lower the forearms. Then you can either rest the chin or the forehead on the mat as we pause in puppy pose. Steady your breath. With each exhale, letting the chest get a little heavier. Hold for 1 more breath in. With your breath out, ripple forward to lie down on your belly. Bring your forearms to the mat with the elbows under the shoulders, and we find Sphinx pose. Pressing through the forearms, rolling the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. 2 more breaths here, just gently opening through the chest. Relaxing the shoulders back. Hold for 1 more breath in. As you exhale, hands come back under shoulders, push back to tabletop, tuck your toes and lift your hips to push back to downward dog. As you lift the hips high, press through the hands, send the weight towards the feet. Bring the ears in line with the arms, gaze at your big toes. And you can either stay in stillness or pedal out the legs to warm up the lower body. Bending and extending through the legs. Ground down through your hands and your feet. Don't worry if the heels aren't on the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg high, open out your hip and bend your knee. So we're stacking right hip over left. Pause and hold here. Lift the knee as high as you can for a breath in. Then with your breath out, look forward and sweep the right foot to step it to the outside of the right hand. Coming into lizard lunge for the first few breaths here. Come up onto your fingertips for support. Keep the back knee lifted and rock forward and back as we're still warming up the lower body. Good. Then lower the back knee down. If the knee is sensitive, place some padding underneath. And you can either stay up on your fingertips, your hands, or lower down to the forearms if that's available. Find a place where you can be still, and we'll pause here for the next 5 breaths. If you're on your forearms, come back up to your hands. Keep the left hand on the mat. Reach the right arm up and turn the chest open. And you can either just gaze to the side or lift the gaze to look up to the right fingertips. Pause and hold here as we open the chest, twisting to the right. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale, the right hand will come down and we'll step back to plank. Focus on pushing the floor away here. The knees could always be down if you are modifying. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Again, knees could come down. Slow down the movement as you rock forward and then bend the arms to lower to your belly. Keep the hands next to the ribs this time, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift your chest for Bhujangasana. Try to use the strength in your back instead of pushing so much through the hands. Roll the shoulders back. We'll pause for 2 more breaths here. Inhale in position. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, open the hip and bend the knee. Pausing for the next few breaths here. Focus on pressing through your hands for stability. Lifting the left knee up to stack the hips. Inhale in position. Exhale to look forward and step left foot to the outside of the left hand. Don't worry if it's not so smooth. You could always heel toe the foot forward. Then come up onto your fingertips. Keep the back knee lifted and we'll rock forward and back. Just generating a little bit of heat through the lower body. Then lower the back knee down. Place padding underneath if you need. And you can either stay up on your fingertips and your hands or come down to the forearm if it's available. Slow down your breath as we find stillness for the next few breaths here. Come back up onto your hands. Keep the right hand planted. Inhale as you reach the left arm up and turn the chest open. Option to look to the side or lift your gaze. Look up to the left fingertips as we twist here. Slowly lower the left hand down and step to plank. Lowering the knees if you're modifying. Hold for a breath in. Really push the floor away. Exhale, we'll lower through chaturanga. Again, knees could come down. This time on your inhale, you could revisit cobra or come through to up dog, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, keeping the thighs off the mat. Pause and hold for 3 breaths. Rolling the shoulders back, drawing the chest forward. And with your third and final exhale, come back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high, open out the hip, bend the knee. Lifting the knee as high as you can. With your exhale, sweep the knee forward and lower the leg down for a pigeon pose. So you can bring the knee to the back of the right wrist and open the foot out to the left side. Edge the back leg down the mat to lower the hips. If you're needing support, place something underneath the right side of the buttocks and maybe just in front of the left thigh. And then you can either stay upright or fold forward. Make a pillow to rest your head and we'll settle in for the next 5 breaths. Lift yourself up. Then sit over on the right side so that you can swing the back leg forward. Then cross your foot over the top of your knee, and you may need to use your hands to bring the foot in closer. The right arm will wrap around the left leg that's on top, and the left hand can come behind you as you twist to the left. Sit up tall as you twist here. With each exhale, roll the left shoulder back, turn the head gaze over the left shoulder. Turn to face forward, and then you can swing the left leg back around and step to plank. Holding for a breath in here. Exhale, chaturanga, modifying with the knees down if you need. Inhale, come through to your back bend of choice. And exhale back to down dog. This time, the left leg will lift, bend the knee and open the hip. With your exhale, sweep the leg forward for pigeon pose. Bring the knee to the back of the left wrist, opening the foot out to the right side to create space to lower the hips down. If you're using supports here, you could place something just in front of the right thigh and underneath the left side of the buttocks. Then you can either stay upright or fold forward. We'll settle in for 5 breaths. Sit back up and sit over on your left side so that you can free the back leg and sweep it forward. Cross the foot over your knee. Then the left arm will wrap around the right leg. The right hand will come behind for support. With an inhale, sit up tall. And as you exhale, twist to the right, gazing over your shoulder. Pause and breathe here. Hold for 1 more breath in. Exhale out. Then turn to face forwards. Extend the legs in front of you. Then flex your feet and draw the kneecaps up to your hips to engage the quadriceps. Start by lifting the ribcage away from the hips. You're sitting up as tall as you can. Take a deep breath in. Then as you exhale, hinge from your hips to fold forward. So the chest stays lifted, the fold is happening further down. And you can rest the hands either side the legs. Just easing yourself into Paschimottanasana, our seated forward fold. As you fold, if the head is tipped back, relax your chin in line with your chest. Look down at your legs and we'll pause here. If there's more room and you'd like to go further, option 2, catch the ankles and draw yourself in deeper, or the big toes if that's within reach. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Then slowly sit back up. Come and lie down on your back. Then separate the legs. Let the feet roll out to the sides of the mat. And relax your arms by your side, letting the shoulders roll down the back. Deepen your breath and bring awareness back to your body. Gently move your fingers and toes. And hug your knees into your chest. Just taking a moment here to give yourself a hug. Perhaps thank yourself for showing up. When you're ready, roll onto your side and come back up into a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. Rest the hands in your lap or on your knees and sit up tall. Inhale deeply. Exhale to sigh it out. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. And if it's been a while since you've last moved, hopefully it's got you looking forward to continue with your movement practice. Take care, and I'll see you next time.